So today, lads, the Indiana Fever are facing the Golden State Valkyries in what I believe is the most important game of the season for the Indiana Fever in terms of their playoff seeding, because you don't, under any circumstances, want to be the 8th seed. Like, I think the Fever have made the playoffs, but right now, if the Fever lose tonight, they fall to the 8th seed, which is not ideal. Not ideal at all. So, if you guys are looking at the standings right here, it is no one's catching the Liberty, and obviously, I genuinely think that the Sparks are done for. I think the Sparks are done for. I think it would be a miracle if the Sparks went and won, or if the Sparks ended up making the playoffs. I think it would be a miracle. I just don't see it happening. You never know. Miracles sometimes happen in sports, but I doubt it. I highly, highly doubt it when it comes to sports, or well, when it comes to this specific situation. However, the Indiana Fever need to not face the Lynx. I know the Lynx have lost a couple of games, but when it comes down to it in the playoffs, the Lynx are the team that I'm scared of. And the Lynx are the team we should be scared of, because we just don't match up well to this team. And it's fine to say that we don't match up well, because we don't match up well. Like, it happens in sports. They are going to have 3-4 bodies to throw at Caitlin Clark, which is tough. It's extremely tough to deal with the amount of size, the amount of length, the amount of bodies that the Minnesota Lynx have to throw at Caitlin Clark. And with that being said, obviously they have so many bodies to throw at her. It then becomes a really tough situation, because without Caitlin Clark, they're not... Like, Caitlin Clark is what gives the Fever a puncher's chance of making a playoff run. If Caitlin's not there, it doesn't really matter who we're playing. It's a first-round exit. Like, I think that this Fever team is really good when another team's not on their A game and another team's kind of underestimating the Fever. They are really good at taking advantage of teams when they're not 100%. And they've done it through a lot of the season. However, if they face the Lynx, I just think they're going to get so far out-talented, and the Lynx aren't going to let them do that. Like, the Lynx are not going to let the Indiana Fever beat them. And I think if Caitlin Clark's there, they have a puncher's chance. So today's game against the Valks have a pretty rough end to the season. I think they have one easy game. So they played the Liberty, who were in a bit of free fall. They played the Dallas Wings. Then they end off season with Minnesota, Seattle. And then the last game of the season is against, I don't know. Last game of the season is against Minnesota again. And if needed, Minnesota will rest their players. So Minnesota have the number 1 seed no matter what. It's over. The Minnesota Lynx have the 1 seed. So with that being said, like, we're at a situation now where we've already lost the tiebreaker over the Valks. So we've won the tiebreaker over the Storm, but I think the Storm is going to win games. I think the Storm are going to finish ahead of us. We have to finish ahead of the Valks. And to do that, we got to go a game and a half ahead tonight. Because if we win tonight, like, I don't think we're going to beat the Mercury. I think the Mercury are out for blood. I don't think we're going to beat the Mercury in Phoenix. They're on the Alyssa Thomas MVP streak, so they need to get that 2 seed. And I think the Fever are probably going to be in... That 6 through 8 is going to be extremely close. And it doesn't really matter if we get 6 or 7. We just avoid the Lynx. And yeah, for me, it's just one of those things where this game... That's the wrong thing. This game can decide a lot. This game can decide an awful lot. Because we suddenly fall to the 8th seed. And I still think even if we lose tonight, the Sparks are dead and buried. I think they're done. I think they're absolutely done. They play the Mystics, the Storm, the Dream. Albeit they face the Dallas, the Mercury, and the Aces. Like, they have a rough end to the year, and the Aces aren't going to take it easy because De'Erica Hamby's on that team, and so is Kelsey Plum. Like, I don't think the Sparks are going to win enough games. Like, I think the Sparks, out of their last, 6 games, they play Washington, Dallas, and then I give them maybe one of the others. So they probably win 3 games the rest of the year. So they're probably going to be on 20 wins, which is less than what the Fever are on right now. So, like, unless the Fever go and lose 5 games in a row to end the season, the Fever are in the playoffs. It's just you don't want them to be in that 8 seed. The good thing is that they do have 2 very winnable games against the Mystics and the Sky. But I don't know. I can see them losing one of those games. I can see them using those games to get Caitlin Clark back playing, and I can see them losing one. Just trying to figure out, how to play with her again. Because I think they're not that they're going to throw the games, but I think they would rather try out new stuff than go with what's been working without her, and just knowing that's not going to work when it comes to the playoffs. But yeah, it's a big one. It is a big one because I give the Fever a good chance. It doesn't matter who of these 3 they're playing. It's going to be one of these 3. The Liberty are out of that. The Liberty are as good as out into the 4-5 game. Like, you don't, as well as that, you don't want to be in a situation where if you do beat the Lynx, it's a big if. But let's just say you pull off the miracle win in the playoffs. You beat the Lynx as an 8 seed. It's a best of 3. It can happen. Let's say you pull off the miracle win against the Minnesota Lynx. You then face the New York Liberty. Like, imagine going through a slugfest and then having to face the Liberty. Whereas if you can get into that 7-8 matchup, or sorry, 7-2 and the 6 or the 6-3 matchup, you're probably tipped against the Atlanta Dream. The Aces are a team that can be got. And let's just say hypothetically, the Aces seem to have the Storm's number, and they did last year as well in the playoffs. But let's just say again, hypothetically, that Seattle, they go and let's say it's maybe the Valks could beat the no. Let's just say Seattle. Hypothetically, Seattle beat the Aces, we beat the Dream. Suddenly we're facing Seattle in the semifinal, and that's a winnable series. That is a winnable series. So, did we 3-0 Seattle in the regular season? Did we 3-0 Seattle? We might have 3-0'd Seattle in the regular season. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it, lads. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys think I'm kind of overstating how important this game is and it's not actually that important? Or do you guys think I'm understating it and the game's even more important than I think? I think if they win this game, they have essentially cemented they're not going to be the 8 seed. Because there's no way they're losing their last 3 games. There's no way they're losing their last 3. The Valks are going to lose some. It means that if they win 2 more games for the rest of the year and they get to 24 wins, they're pretty much guaranteed one of the 6 or 7 seeds, which is all you need. All you need is one of 6 or 7. It's the same difference because we don't know who's going to be the 2 seed. You just don't want to be facing the Minnesota Lynx because regardless of how they've been in a few games, I still think the Minnesota Lynx are the best team in this league. So anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys.